What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm bringing you guys another VGC 2016 battle. We're going up against a random 1700 Japanese guy. He's going to be using Mega Swampert actually with Yveltal, Ferrothor, and Kyogre. Really cool core from this guy. Normally, I hate fighting against Xerneas Kyogre because my favorite legendaries are Xerneas and Groudon. So a Yveltal Kyogre is super unique. And also, note that using Mega Swampert to benefit potentially Swift Swim from his Kyogre, and Ferrothorn Kyogre is also just super good against dealing with Xerneas. We're going to be switching it up a bit with a team I've been working on. I have Raichu and then a double Kalos core, which is Yveltal, Xerneas. I think these guys definitely complement each other very well through the use of their auras, and this is the play, right? Xerneas sweeps everything, and Mawile kills the Ferrothorn, sorry, not Mawile, Yveltal KOs the Ferrothorn, who is the Pokemon that tries to KO the Xerneas. That's the way I like to play this team. Also note that I also have a Mega Absol in the back, another Pokemon that could potentially benefit from the Dark Aura boost from Yveltal. We're not going to need it this game. We're just going to start things off and get right into it, and hopefully show off some pretty cool stuff with my double Kalos core that I've been working with. So we see Japanese guy is leading off with the Swampert. Swampert is a pretty cool Pokemon this format because it gets access to moves like Wide Guard, but it's also just pretty good against both primals. It it resists obviously fire attacks from Groudon and can retaliate with huge stabbed earthquakes, but it also just works against Kyogre too because it takes the Swift Swim from an opposing Kyogre and can KO all Kyogre's partners. So it's a really cool Pokemon right now. I do want to start using it. And we're just going to focus back on this battle. We fake out the Yveltal over there and pop a Tailwind. And I'm really happy to get Tailwind off. I think Tailwind's something I definitely need in this matchup as we see him retaliate with a stabbed waterfall from the Swampert. It's going to activate this Focus Sash on my Raichu, so that kind of sucks. Raichu Sash is going to get activated there as he goes for a Sucker Punch with his Yveltal, picking up a KO on my Raichu before I can Volt Switch out. I mean, that kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Note that I'm also going for an Oblivion Wing onto his Yveltal. I was trying to pick up a KO that turn through the use of Volt Switch Oblivion Wing. It's not going to work, and he's going to also be able to hit my Yveltal with a Waterfall. So great turn from him. He's stalling out my Tailwind. He KO'd my Raichu and chunked my Yveltal. But playtime's over. We're going to come in with Xerneas here. And remember, he can't knock off my Xerneas because I have a Tailwind. I mean, he could knock off me, but not before I get my Geomancy off. So he's going to switch out his Yveltal. Sorry, I got Yveltal on the brain. Too many Yveltals on the board. He's going to switch out his Swampert for Kyogre here, deciding to leave his Yveltal in the board. And he's going to activate the Primordial Sea, but like I said, Geomancy is the play here. We're going to go for an Oblivion Wing. I think I'm targeting his Yveltal, might be targeting Kyogre. Yeah, targeting the Kyogre slot. It was originally the Swampert, but it's going to restore a decent amount of HP, nothing too spectacular. As we go for a Geomancy here, going to double all my stats, well, all the important ones, right? Double my special attack, my special defense, and speed. And, I mean, This is just how Xerneas works. I mean, you guys have seen Xerneas like a million times. I don't really have to explain this guy. Remember, the Power Herb is going to let me do all that in one turn because this normally is a charge move. So we get all the boosts as we see a Tailwind from my opposing Yveltal. I was pretty sure he had the Tailwind, but he didn't use it till right when my Tailwind was kind of about to expire. So he's going for a Protect with his Kyogre over there. As I go for a Dazzling Gleam, I was trying to pick up a double KO this turn. Remember, this is my last turn of Tailwind. We pick up the KO onto the Yveltal. There we go. Correctly named that Pokemon. As we went for a Dark Pulse, also onto the Kyogre slot. So my Tailwind is expired, but remember, my Xerneas still has a Geomancy boost. And this is the exact board I was talking about dealing with. My Yveltal KOs the Pokemon that tries to KO my Xerneas. Now he's going to go for a Ice Beam up onto my Yveltal. It's actually going to activate my weakness policy. I know in past videos I was talking about the use of Citrus Berry on Yveltal or weakness policy. We're going with the weakness policy Yveltal. That's the best one to try and KO those Ferrothorns as we go for a double target up onto the Kyogre slot. Just getting that guy off the board because Kyogre is a real big problem because I know my Xerneas can actually live through an attack from the Ferrothorn because the Ferrothorn is in a Tailwind right now. So, like I said, I know that I'm going to be able to live. This is a full HP defense Xerneas, and I live with just a sliver, but, I mean, living is still living. I mean, there's not really that much the Ferrothorn can do about it. I'm going to go for a Protect this turn with my Xerneas. Potentially could have set up Rain Dance, that would have been kind of bad, but we're going for a double protect. I think this is his last turn of Tailwind. I think this is his last turn, right? As we're going to see Wide Guard and Gyro Ball coming out from the opponent. Yes, Tailwind's going to peter out as we are going to be able to potentially go for some KOs this turn. We're going for a Moonblast up onto the Swampert. I mean, that's pretty freaking bulky. Think about all the Pokemon that go down to Xerneas Moonblast. This is a full bulk Xerneas, but I mean, I've one-shotted Kangs, I've one-shotted Primals, like, I one-shot everything with Xerneas, and that Swampert, I mean, that Swapper's pretty bulky. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. He's probably not heavily invested in the offensive stats, probably mostly HP and specialty to potentially live through a move like that, but that's still, like, incredible bulk. Like, I want to start using Swampert because I think it's one of those Pokemon that you just don't expect to see, and then you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, my team was not ready for this Pokemon. So let me know what you guys think of this team that I used below. I know you didn't get to see the Absol, maybe in a future video, but double Kalos core. Let me know what you guys think of this team. Strengths, weaknesses, do you guys like the way I play it? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.